Welcome to our Fair and Rodeo interview series, live from the North Texas Fair and Rodeo. Powered in part by the North Texas Fair and Rodeo and Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
I'm Zach Glenn back here at the North Texas Fair and Rodeo, and boy, I got a treat for you right now. We've got the Jimmy Bluffett Band, the tribute band to Jimmy Buffett here playing tonight, again at 11 o'clock. So if you're not out at the fair quite yet, you still have a chance to get out here and enjoy the music of Jimmy Buffett with the guys from Jimmy Buffett. Introduce yourself, guys.
I'm Larry Pearson. I'll be the Jimmy guy, okay? And
I'm John Rich, and I'm son of a Rich.
Son of a Rich. So, it's excellent for you guys to be in Denton. What's it like for you to be in Texas and performing out in the summertime air here at the fair?
it's always big. Everything's bigger in Texas. We're having a great time, and the crowd keeps getting bigger. Every 10 minutes, there's more people. So.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So how did this thing get started? How does a Jimmy Buffett tribute band come into fruition?
Because Jimmy Buffett's so successful doing it, so we had to jump on the bandwagon, and it's all about feel-good music.
Right.
And so people that work all week and they're looking for a little getaway at the end of the week and stuff, want to get out and go to the beach or go to the lake or whatever. So this is what it's all about.
Yeah, well, and that brings up a good point. Jimmy Buffett is more like a lifestyle than music. So how would you explain that to the outsider, outside of the Jimmy Buffett world, of what being about Jimmy Buffett is all about?
Well, everybody wants to live like Jimmy at the end of the week. It's just what it's all about, because they work hard. There's not enough money at the end of the month, and it just seems to be where people just work all the time. They're constantly going through a lot of stuff. So with like the Jimmy Buffett stuff, is he just his music and stuff makes you feel like you're not there at all. You're at a getaway or something.
Yeah, it's like the commercials you see on TV. You're kind of at the beach. You're kind of laid back. You're kind of that's really cool. So tell me, you guys have been on the road. You've been to many places over the past few weeks. You must encounter some pretty interesting fans. Do you have any interesting stories you'd like to share about some pretty dynamite fans you see out there?
John, you want to do this one?
Well, we have a lot of folks that like to dance, and I'm a parrot head now. I mean, I'm sold out. I've always liked Jimmy Buffett, and I can see why other people do too, but I never knew that it was as big as it is.
Right.
Never realized that. And then I didn't realize that Larry could do what he does there, because he's got hair down to here, and he sings original stuff, and I've known. And I was thinking, that's not Larry, that's Jimmy. That's Jimmy. Other folks really appreciate Jimmy Buffett so much that they like what we're doing for him, and I think it fills in a void, a gap there, because Jimmy cannot fill all those places that needs to be done for the parrot heads. They need the best Jimmy Buffett tribute man is this guy right here, and they dance a lot, and they're very, very beautiful people.
Well, and you brought up a good point. I was going to ask you: have you met Jimmy? Have you got a feeling of what they feel about your band?
I've never met him. He came to our show in Chicago back in 2000, I think it was, and we were playing in front of 30,000 people. It was a big crowd. And he was right on the front row, smiling, looking up at us. And we had girls on our show. We're the ones that started out with girls on the show. He didn't have them before.
Really? Okay.
But after watching our show, the next year he added girls to his show.
Well, imitation is the best form of flattery. So,
Best form of flattery,
that's,
sure. Yeah.
that's fantastic. It kind of comes full circle.
Yeah.
Now, John, you performed with Elvis and a few other famous people. You want to talk about that?
Yes. I won't tell you all about it, but
Just the family-friendly stuff.
yes. One of the best people I ever met in my life. I left the Oak Ridge Boys with Tony Brown to go with Elvis and to open up the show. And we wound up being very needed in the show because it was an opportunity for us to maybe get a job with Elvis, because we went in to just be an opener with some friends of ours, and Tony wound up being the piano player for Elvis.
Wow.
And of course I was wanting to get James' job, but he never left. He loved Emmylou Harris, though, and I wanted to go with the hot band, but he didn't do it full time. And whenever Emmy worked, and and Elvis worked at the same time, he would substitute someone in that spot for him. And he hung on to Elvis till the end, but Glenn D. Harden decided he was going to go with Emmylou full time with the hot band. So Tony Brown is a cool guy, and we're still friends, and we talk about. I was just with him the other day and talking about Larry and experience, and he's very interested in helping us with connecting us with Jimmy, and I think it's really a good opportunity for us to satisfy the parent heads.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. So you guys have already played once out there, a little hotter than it's going to be at your 11 o'clock show, but do you have anything different lined up for the fans they may not have seen in the first show?
Oh, yeah, we got different songs. We got a few different songs we didn't do earlier. And we got some surprises. We might drift off and do some of the obscure Jimmy Buffett stuff. So,
Okay.
that kind of gets the parrot heads going.
No, that's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to come sit with us and for coming to Denton.
You're welcome,
and performing at the North Texas Fair and Rodeo. Again, 11 o'clock. They're going to be back on stage with some new stuff. If you were there earlier, you're going to see some stuff different. So come out, enjoy the last night of the fair here at the Denton, Texas, North Texas Fair and Rodeo.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton. Do you love live music? If so, make Denton, Texas your next vacation. Find more information at discoverdenton.com.